Okay, welcome everyone. Very nice to be here today with you on this investor pitch event, also called the Demo Day.
Yes.
I'm here together with Laura, my co-host. But first of all, let's give a warm applause to Kush Band, who have entertained us with some nice Sudanese rhythms and desert songs. So thank you so much, Mo, Halim, Samir, and Benjamin. And we'll hear you during the program. Okay, so now, without further ado, I want to give the word to Director of International Development at the Netherlands Enterprise Agency, André van Ommeren.
Thank you very much, Roy. Thank you. Oh yeah, I need to use the mic, okay?
Yes.
So, it's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. Welcome everyone to the Netherlands Enterprise Agency. Welcome everyone to this demo day. A special welcome to the Nigerian ambassador to the Netherlands, Dr. Enola Olaitan Ajay. Ajay. I apologize. A special welcome to the Deputy Head of Mission of the Ghanaian Embassy, Dr. Senalor Jawului, as well. In addition, I would like to thank all the investors, both online and here in this room with us, for signing up this event. Together, we will make this event a success. As Wart said at the beginning, my name is André van Ommeren and I'm Director of International Programs at the Netherlands Enterprise Agency. We are here today to listen to 10 pitches of 10 young entrepreneurs and their teams and co-founders that strive to make a positive impact in today's and tomorrow's world. All 10 entrepreneurs are part of the Orange Corners and have participated in Orange Corners programs. Orange Corners is an initiative of the Netherlands Ministry of Foreign Affairs, managed by the Netherlands Enterprise Agency, that empowers young entrepreneurs to start and to grow their own businesses and strengthens the entrepreneurial ecosystems. All 10 businesses share a mission to, next to economic growth, deliver results on sustainable development goals. The foundation of the work of Orange Corners lies within the National Entrepreneurship Support Organization, also known as incubators, that implement the Orange Corners program. Till date, the Orange Corners program has been implemented across 17 countries and regions, and in the next year there will be 3 countries added, as Burundi, Mali, and South Sudan will join the Orange Corners family. This has led to a vast pool of Orange Corners alumni that are building and growing their businesses. The pool of Orange Corners alumni consists of 2,432 entrepreneurs, and the 1,071 of them are women. That's up to 44%. What role can we, the Netherlands Enterprise Agency, and more specifically the Orange Corners team in the Netherlands, play in further supporting young entrepreneurs to grow their businesses? That is the question at hand, and the question asked to young entrepreneurs we work with. And their answer is, you should open up your international network to us. You should connect us to international investors, and you should connect us to each other. And this is exactly what we are trying to achieve with this demo day today. We are trying to connect young, passionate, and driven entrepreneurs that want to make a positive impact in the world to potential clients, partners, and investors, and we want to create connections that matter. In a minute, we will listen to the pitches of 10 early-stage startups based in Nigeria, Ghana, the Palestinian territories, and Iraq. All entrepreneurs have participated in an incubation program in their respective countries, and over the last 6 months, they have participated in a cohort of 16 entrepreneurs in an accelerator program implemented by Forward Inc., our co-host of this event today. Most of the pitches, startups have a team between 5 to 20 employees, and more than 80% of them have raised some initial funding, and some is funded by our own instrument, the Orange Corners Innovation Fund, OSIF. The sectors they have their business in are clean tech, solar and renewable energy, ed tech, health tech, waste management, FMCG, agriculture, food, and e-commerce. These sectors correspond well within some of the thematic areas we at the Netherlands Enterprise Agency are in, and more specifically, me and my colleagues at international programs focus on and have an interest in. We manage a variety of programs that can be of interest of them as well, and vice versa. Therefore, I would like to encourage our colleagues that are with us here today to listen carefully to the pitches, ask critical questions, and reflect on possible synergies and collaborations that can be created with these startups. I would like to thank the investors again for being here today with us in large numbers. I firmly believe that we can make a bigger impact together by being and staying connected. Please reach out to us at any time during and after this event. We are happy to play a brokering role towards the entrepreneurs and the businesses we work with. And we are very much open to exploring, developing joint projects through which we can further nurture the entrepreneurial ecosystem. Last but not least, I would like to say good luck to the 10 pitches entrepreneurs. Good luck to Adam Mimi, Lovens, Marian, Bolawatif, Lukman, Gabadisin, Israel, Anthony, Owalawisun, and last but not least, Mahmoud. And unfortunately, Mahmoud cannot be part of this event due to the problems and the situation in Gaza. And from this side, I would like him and his family wish all the best in the near future. But instead of that, we will pitch the pitch will be done by us, so that he will be in spirit with us. Okay? I wish once again all the pitchers very good luck, and I hope we will have an inspiring meeting this afternoon. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Andre. Okay, so welcome again, everyone. My name is Wart. I'm part of the Youth Employment Entrepreneurship team. So I work for Orange Corners. It's one of the programs we do. And I'm also the community manager of Orange Corners, the alumni community manager. And next to me, we have...
Yeah, my name is Laura Di Santolo, and I was the program manager for this online accelerator. And so we were working very hands-on with the entrepreneurs over the past 6 months. You also see a couple of my colleagues here, Tom, who is very busy, and then Philip in the background, who is online with the entrepreneurs who are currently backstage. And it was really a pleasure to do this pilot for the first time, right, that Orange Corners ran this accelerator online. And I'm very excited for you all to see the outcome today. And you guys are the prize of today, online and offline. And I really hope that all of you feel also engaged to reach out to the entrepreneurs, because what they really need is network advice, connections, and of course also funding. But yeah, you will see them all present what they currently have as their biggest needs in a bit.
So, and this is not just an event, it's a hybrid event. So we're here together in this room, but there's also a lot of other people that are joining in online. But let's first start with this room here. So I want to find out who we are. So can I see hands of the people that work for the government? Maybe that's directly the biggest chunk. Okay, so I hope that there's also some other people. So can I see the hands of the people who are entrepreneurs? You can opt for multiple categories, eh? So there's also some entrepreneurs here. That's nice. And investors. Can we see the investors? That's also good to know, because it's an investor pitch event. And who's working for an NGO? Okay, so and maybe to close it off, who's still young and then use the category till 35 years old? Okay, yeah, feel young. Yeah, okay, who still feels young? Okay, then yeah. Okay, and maybe this one is going to be a bit more complicated. But Tom, can you tell us something about the people that are joining in online? No? We at this point, we don't know who they are. Okay. Maybe later on we will find out who they are. Okay, so let's continue then. So yeah, you asked me a question, Laura. I asked you a
Yes.
question.
So,
Yeah.
of course, we are today here at RVO. Orange Corners is the big partner of this event. But my question to you is, why did you decide to work with us as Forward Inc. on this program?
Yeah, so the easy answer is, and Andre already mentioned it, we have a growing community of Orange Corners alumni. Now around 2,500, but in the years to come, this community will grow to 5,000 Orange Corners alumni. And our mission is to help them set up their business, but also grow their business. And that doesn't go from one day to another. So we try to continue to support them by offering them additional programming. And when we ask them, what do you want programming-wise, they really feel that there's this connection with the Netherlands, especially when you speak about increasing network, also increasing access to finance, international finance. So that's definitely one of the reasons to do programs like this accelerator program. And then, of course, you as Forward Inc. Managed it very well.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So
We will see in a second if it's...
okay,
yeah.
but then I have a question for you, Laura. So
Yeah.
can you just briefly tell the people here
Yeah.
what the program was about, the
Yes.
content, and also the entrepreneurs that will pitch in a minute? Who are they?
Yes. So the program itself, we really wanted to create an accessible accelerator program and make it also a common baseline for all the entrepreneurs, because they came from different countries with different maturity stages. So it was a bit of an effort to kind of find content that worked for everyone. But also still make it very tailor-made. And at Forward, we believe a lot in the one-on-one support, because you can do a workshop on finance and financial modeling and investor proposition once, but that doesn't mean that that then leads to a good investor proposition by the entrepreneurs. So we spend a lot of time one-on-one with the entrepreneurs, but also thinking outside of just investor proposition, because I feel there's a lot of hot air in the startup and scale-up space, where it's always about external capital, because that sounds very fancy. But ideally, your first investors are your first customers. And then we also just try to see, like, what is the business model? Does this make sense or not? Because what I observe is that a lot of founders, especially in like the MENA region, but also Sub-Saharan Africa, they often feel like, is it not easier for me to be an NGO, you know? And so we really also try to talk a lot about, okay, but can you create value? What are your revenue streams? So we had a lot of very interesting discussions. And yeah, I think we tried our best to create this online international community. But of course, I think nothing replaces this, you know, in-person connection. So yeah, I'm also very curious how we can work on that in the future, the connection of people and bringing people together into a room. Yes. Okay, on that note, agenda for today, I don't know if you already run behind or not in terms of timekeeping, but the introductions are almost done, and then we finally start with the exciting part of today, which are the pitches. So we do 5 pitches before the break, then we have a short break, and then we go into the second round of pitches, and then we have a very short graduation for all participating entrepreneurs, and then we have some time for networking, but also not that much, because we need to leave here at 7, right? So no time to be shy. Immediately, if you want to talk to someone, you need to go and be like, okay, you sound interesting, let's talk more. And you have a couple of more logistical details, right?
Yeah, a couple of practical points. If you want to go to the toilet, go to the right, and then again to the right, and then you should find it. We have some nice food that is here already, but also during the break that you can take. We have some jollof rice. I'm not sure if it's Ghanaian or Nigerian jollof rice. I didn't ask. And we also have some food from Palestine and also from Iraq. But that's for later on. I think for now, we should continue.
Yes.
Okay, so before we go to the pitches of the 10 entrepreneurs that participated in the accelerator, we'll have a keynote speaker. Bradley Heslop from Dot Glasses. I can really relate to his business because I grew up, I lived as a young boy in a small village in Burkina Faso, and I also needed glasses. And I was lucky to have parents that were able to buy me glasses. But sometimes I wonder, what if they weren't my parents? It would be a bit more complicated. And the business of Bradley is about that. So I hope, and this is also going to be the first experience with the hybrid part. So let's figure out if this is going to work smoothly or not. Looking at Tom as well. Yeah?
Okay. Hey, there he is. Hello. Nice.
Nice glasses.
Yeah, exactly.
Am I coming through clearly?
So Bradley, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Ah, so very well. So I just introduced you. So I would just say, take it away.
Thank you, thank you. So my name is Bradley Hessler. I am the Chief Commercial Officer for Dot Glasses International. I've been working with people from under-resourced and underserved communities in sub-Saharan Africa for about 11 years, developing solutions to fundamental development challenges. And 5 years ago, I moved to Kenya. So I've been asked to kick this event off with a bang. So my first question to you is, what is a disability? I think you know where this is going. In Europe, we've been so successful at tackling one particular problem that we no longer refer to it as a disability. Yet, it remains the largest unmet disability in the world. Poor vision, which can be corrected by a simple pair of glasses, affects 1 billion people globally. Yet, it is completely avoidable. We work in East Africa, home to 50 million of these people. People like John. John is a farmer that I met in Western Kenya. He works in his fields every day to feed his family. He is strong, reliable, and very funny. When John was young, he fell behind in school, and he thought it was because he was just not as smart as everyone else. And today, sometimes he rips out his crops instead of his weeds. He struggles to read his receipts, and he can't see the face of his newborn daughter very clearly. Until recently, John thought that everybody sees this way. Like John, 3 out of 4 people in Kenya cannot access an eye care provider. And this is caused by a severe lack of eye professionals and the reality that glasses cost almost a month's income for many people. This is why we created Dot Glasses. Dot Glasses is the only organization that can bring glasses affordably to any community without subsidy. And here's how it works. We don't need perfect vision to live quality and productive lives. At Dot Glasses, we get people to good enough vision. That's good enough to legally drive, good enough to see the blackboard, and good enough to see your loved ones. This simplified approach has enabled us to activate people as distributors who have existing channels into communities who would normally not be able to provide eye care. Our training is only 3 days compared to the 7-8 years required to fully qualify as an optometrist. Our patented frames are also the first in the world that are one size fits all, assembled to perfectly fit anyone's face. The entire process of testing and assembling is done in under 5 minutes. And all of this just results in our glasses costing only $5 to someone in a community. But even at $5, we believe people like John, who live active and productive lives, they shouldn't live in fear of their glasses breaking. So we use the highest quality automotive materials because that's what John deserves. To show you how this works, I'm going to make you a pair of glasses right now. We get the eyepiece, the temple, and the other side. The ear hooks are fully adjustable and just slide in. And the lenses just clip in to the frames. Two pieces go together, and the final decorative item are our nice rivets. on the site. Swap those out for my new ones. And to prove the durability, it's often the first question we get asked when they see how affordable they are. I would ask anyone, would you do this with your glasses? To date, we have provided over 70,000 people like John with glasses, and that's enough to fill the Ajax Stadium. And we're providing good vision to 1 million people annually by 2027. My second question to the audience is, how can you help inspiring and ambitious entrepreneurs who are tackling the big issues in their country? I was asked this question by the team, so I had to rack my brain thinking of an answer for you all. The first audience is the government, of course. What can the government do from Netherlands to support these entrepreneurs in their countries around the world? The first and clearest thing is to build interventions and lasting relationships with the entrepreneurs themselves. That could be training, networking with Dutch companies, and also funding. Not just one thing, but all things. I'd also advise anyone to just get out of the bureaucracy where they can. Don't look for shiny outputs that look good in reports, and focus on doing things that work and scaling them. Don't fall into the traps that other governments have fallen into before. And investors, some of you may be new to investing in the continents of EMEA, but local entrepreneurs, they know their countries, their cultures, the problems, the unwritten rules, and foreign founders often fail because they lack that knowledge. This puts them at a severe advantage compared to everyone else. So trust in them. A lot of research has shown that a major barrier to local funders getting investment from foreign investors, sad to say, is unconscious and sometimes conscious bias. We all feel safer with what and who we know and understand. But in order to tackle this market, we have to get out of our comfort zone and just trust in the local entities and the local people's knowledge. The sad reality is, all entrepreneurs just love addressing problems. And sometimes that means that things aren't as clean as we're used to in Europe, or that they're not said in the same wording that we're used to. But entrepreneurs are naturally fast learners if given the right support. I want you to understand the challenges, but I also want you to feel like you can and that you should get involved. Supporting these incredible and passionate entrepreneurs will be one of the biggest rewards of your career. Taking that risk on something that a culture you maybe don't fully understand, who speak in a way you don't fully appreciate, maybe the financial forecasts aren't in your private equity standards if you may be used to that. So I challenge you all to look beyond the cultural differences and difficulties. And I have one more question for everyone. What is the most important step that someone can take? The answer is always the next one. Today you have taken your first step by showing up and listening to these pitches. So now I urge and encourage you all, take that next one and get involved in some of these enterprises. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Bradley. So for anyone that wants to get in touch with Bradley, you can reach out to Ward. You also have, of course, in your brochure, you'll find everyone's name, and you can find them on LinkedIn, and of course also Dot Glasses, the website. I think such a fantastic enterprise. 70,000 glasses provided to people to see better. So yeah, and also to all the entrepreneurs that will pitch today, get in touch with Bradley, and I think he has a lot of knowledge to share and a lot of work already done. So Thank you so much. And now we start with the first round of pitches. First up, we have Mariam. You can see her big poster here. Ladies first. So she will pitch today Green Hill Recycling. She's based in Lagos in Nigeria. She does the work on the ground every single day. She will tell you herself about the huge problem of recycling and her solution for it. Also, in the brochure, you can find for all of the entrepreneurs the numbers. Please read that later so that now you can fully focus on her pitch. And then I hope Mariam is live and ready to go, and then we can start to listen to her, right? Yes. Can you turn on your camera, Mariam? Yes. So also be patient today with tech. You know, hybrid events are the highest level of event production. So whenever you feel like grab something to eat while we set up. So, but she is live, so it should be okay. Huh? Mariam, you are on mute and your camera is off. Yes.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, hey.
Thank you for the opportunity. Can I go now?
Yes. Take the stage. It's all yours, and we can hear you loud and clearly, and good luck.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Miriam Lawani, the founder of Green Hill Recycling Limited in Lagos, Nigeria. We address poverty, unemployment, and climate change. We achieve this by leveraging plastic waste as a currency to empower communities. But why do we do this? We face a growing global plastic crisis with about 400 million tons of plastic waste produced each year, demanding immediate action. Zooming in on Lagos, a coastal city, these statistics you see on my screen become even more alarming. 4 million plus residents in Lagos live in poverty. But at Green Hill Recycling, we see this as an opportunity to make a change. We empower communities to profit from their waste for healthier lives. Our users earn green points for supplying plastic waste, which are redeemable for cash, utilities, groceries, school fees, or even small business funding. Collected waste are sorted and billed and sold for sustainable manufacturing. We're making recycling accessible, inclusive, and rewarding to communities while we're driving behavior change through advocacy. We initially targeted our early adopters, those living on less than $3 a day. But we had to expand our reach to a wide range of demographics, driven majorly by climate consciousness. Now, almost anyone can join as a supplier at Green Hill Recycling. Our model is effective, as these numbers demonstrate, and we aim to improve on our growth each year. In 2020, amid the challenges of COVID, our revenue reached 1.2 million and grew to over 12 million the next year, and over 99 million last year. We haven't reached our ultimate goal yet, but we're excited about our remarkable growth. Nigeria's 200 million strong population and a market worth over $10 billion is a significant opportunity to boost the recycling rate, which is currently between 10 and 12%. We're driving sustainable change and enhancing lives. Unlike many of our competitors who harvest recyclables from dump sites, we collect recyclable waste directly from source, preventing it from reaching landfills or dump sites. This ensures a consistent supply of clean raw materials for our paying customers and empowers our collectors with dignity and self-worth. Our sustainable collection system ensures quality assurance. Our mission focuses on people and communities. We've created jobs for over 10 graduates and over 55 part-time staff, reaching over seven communities and diverting over 2,000 tons of plastic waste to protect wildlife and from reaching sensitive ecosystems. Our team of advisors, boasting 55 plus years of collective work experience, provides strategic guidance for business growth as I continue my search for an active co-founder. These partnerships validate and enhance the credibility of our brand and give support for our model. A $500,000 investment will enable us to acquire a new material recovery facility, boosting our collection and processing capacity. This investment will also enable us to introduce Flakes, a new product line, which will make us earn a premium and provide more money to our users, collectors, and aggregators. In addition, we anticipate creating over 200 new green jobs for women and youth, contributing to poverty alleviation. Our financial projection begins with our initial average of 1,000 tons and scaling up to 3,000 tons within the next 5 years. Here are a few of the accolades we've earned for our outstanding work at Green Hill Recycling, and we invite you to help us make our vision a reality. Thank you for listening and thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Mariam. And I think we have room for 1 or 2 questions. So who has a question? Ah, you have the microphone. Great. Is there anyone with a question? Yes, I see it.
It's a bit like at the Oscars here. If you go over time, the music starts playing. So just to, I think we didn't explain this in the beginning. So just if you, in case you wonder. So yeah, we have a question here. Ruth.
Thank you very much for a great presentation. Can you hear me? I'm curious to know what your customers use so much plastic to make. Are they making clothes or other products?
Thank you for that question. My customers use the plastics convert them into what we call polyester fiber for making clothes. Some of our jerseys and some of the fabrics that we wear. However, we also have customers who are looking to convert them into other packaging materials. So bottle to bottle, trying to set up a bottle to bottle facility they're actually doing the test run right now for producing new packaging materials from recyclable waste, especially because the quality that we provide them are clean, right? So they can use that. But majorly, they're used for polyester fiber for our clothes, for the our mattresses, our pillows, the stuffings of our pillows, and other plastic materials.
Thank you, Mariam.
Thank you.
Okay, is there another question? We have room for 1 more question.
Is there one online, Tom? No? I have a question for your investor proposition, the $500,000. Is that in like US dollar? What is the currency that you have in mind?
Yes, it is, Laura.
Yeah.
It's 500,000
US dollar.
US dollars.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you, Laura.
And how would your ideal investor look like? The money, of course, plays a role, but which type of knowledge are you really looking for?
Interesting. Thank you, Laura. So we would be very interested in an investor we would prefer an investor who understands the circular economy space, first of all, who's passionate and has a fair understanding of that space, who also has access to the African market. Those are our preferred investors.
Nice. Thanks a lot. Well, let's give it up 1 more time for Mariam. Really well done. Thank you. Nice.
Yes, thank you, Mariam. And now we go to the second pitch of the day, the pitch of Lukman from Maidan. And Lukman is Mr. Perfect. He always prepares very well. If it would be up to Lukman, he would be here in person today, maybe next year. But he also has an exciting business to pitch. So let's see if Lukman is ready to pitch.
I don't know, like, if you can hear me.
Yes,
We can hear you very well.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
We can't see you yet.
Do you
But
also see
now
my
we can see you.
sliders?
Yes, we see the cow. It's
Okay, perfect.
yes.
Okay, take it away, Lukman.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very happy to be connected with you just from the other side of the world as the only startup from Iraq. And I'm very excited to introduce you to the only Iraqi digital marketplace, Maidan, but only for farmers and agricultural companies. Let me tell you the story. It was back in 2020 when I was starting a fresh milk project with my family, and I had difficulties finding good animal breeders online, and I had to physically drive around to find to buy the cows. But I was getting ripped off every time I was making a purchase. I was able to buy the cows anyways, and then I had problems marketing for my fresh milk. It all started with my personal problems, struggles, and getting ripped off, and it turned into a big Facebook community for farmers, and now Maidan is ready to scale. We are focusing on three problems. As for the farmers, uh, a lot of products from farmers, and currently in Iraq, like hundreds of thousands of animals and other products from farmers are auctioned through in-person livestock events. But the process is very unorganized, time-consuming, and it's always very hard to find fair prices. As for the agriculture companies, they don't have a dedicated marketplace where they can showcase their products to the farmers, and agricultural suppliers are not directly connected to retailers. Our solution is very simple, and it's Maidan, which is a digital platform where buyers and sellers can come together to find what they need in the animal and farm equipment industry. And you may scan the application and see it yourself. With our technology, we are currently solving the problems of both farmers and agricultural companies. But as for the agricultural suppliers and retailers, this is something for futures, and we are building that because it's a headache. It's a business of phone calls, disappointment, and getting ripped off. And this is the business we are talking about. We have competitors inside Iraq on a regional and international level as well. As you may see, the features in the category, Maidan is performing them all and performing them all. And I would like to give you a concrete example of how big this market is. Twiga Foods from Ghana is estimated over $1 billion valuation, and this business is really huge. What makes us different? Maidan is a tailored agricultural marketplace that is on a mission to connect all Iraqi farmers together. And of course, cutting out middlemen is also part of the mission. We are also enabling both farmers and agricultural companies to reach to new milestones and sellers beyond their traditional markets. We are currently charging per ad, and we have monthly subscription services, and we also have the in-app promotion for the companies. And as for the commission, this is something for future when we will be connecting both agricultural suppliers to retailers. The business has been able to make over $20,000 from day one, but only from the daily ads, and we are just starting to sell to companies and to B2Bs. And Maidan, back in 2021, Maidan won a grant of $10,000 with an accelerator program, Takwin, and late 2020, Maidan also was able to secure a pre-seed round with a local company called Tornet as in exchange to equity. As for the social media, we started from scratch, and we have close to 500,000 followers on our total social media platforms. The market is really huge. We have over 5 million farmers in Iraq, and around 500,000 animals and pets are taken to traditional markets per month. And we have over 30,000 agricultural companies operating in Iraq. And the industry is estimated to be spending over $2 million in digital marketing annually. And we have over 100,000 agricultural vendors and retailers and 5,000 poultry farms operating alone in Iraq. And I'm just talking about Iraq. If we talk about Middle East and Africa, the opportunities are endless. When we will be able to raise, we have plans to improve our application and add more features to the application. We estimate to be making over $100,000 next year when we secure the next round and when the application and the technology has been improved. We are a team of 7 people now and expanding, of course, and we are seeking $200,000 in exchange to equity, and half of the money will be spent on marketing, 30% on talent acquisition, and 20% for the product upgrading. And thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much, Lukman. Ooh, Okay, so who has a question for Lukman? Yeah, I see Kars, you have a question. Oh, yeah, with the microphone, otherwise the people online won't hear it.
Yeah, thanks for the presentation. Interesting business. I saw that your team is men only. Are you? Will you diversify soon?
Can I answer?
Yes.
Of course, like, we had a couple of females at the beginning of the job because we had like field visitors to the livestock auctioneers. And honestly, I don't know, but they didn't like the job to be close to animals. And otherwise, we would be very happy to have female employees, and we will definitely have them when we are raising the next round.
All right. Diverse teams are more successful.
I agree with you.
Nice.
Okay, we have room for one more question.
Here was a question.
Hi, sorry. Hi, Lukman. This is Judith, female woman
Hi.
in the audience. You, me funny, sorry. But back to your plan, you say that you want to invest 50% of the investment into marketing. Do you have a particular goal in mind? And I have to warn you, I'm a branding marketing specialist, so I'm listening very carefully.
Yes, we have the plan, and we want to spend the money on the marketing. Honestly, since our customers are farmers and people working in the agriculture industry, they are not the most fortunate people to have literacy, unfortunately, in Iraq. So we are dealing with some people with less educated in terms of literacy. And this is why we have to spend a lot of the money on the marketing, and we have been doing that, and we know what kind of customers we are dealing with. We have already spent around $4,000, and we have only around 70,000 downloaders of the application. So we tend to spend at least half of the money for the marketing, so that the application at least will go and will be heard by every single farmer in the country, and that's the plan. I don't know if since you are since you work in the marketing industry, I don't know if that's a good move or not.
Happy to talk more.
Okay, so let's continue that conversation indeed. So thank you very much. So let's give another round of applause for Lukman.
Thank you very much for listening.
Okay, and then next up we have our first pitching entrepreneur from Ghana. So Louvain is up next. C-Tech is a very successful business. You might have already zoomed in on the revenue. So I really asked and drilled down, and he really made over 1 million in revenues already alone in this year. So the business is going well. It's about clean cooking stove, but also water filtration. And what I find so beautiful about this business is that it has such an immediate and direct impact on local communities in Ghana, but also beyond. They are ready to scale. And yeah, I will give the floor to Louvain to tell you guys more. And yeah, very excited about this pitch and that you guys understand all the different things that they do, which is a lot. So, yes. Hello, Louvain. Oh, nice. The first time I see you in a suit. Nice. Very nice. Well, the stage is yours.
It's a great pleasure to be here. My time start now?
Yes.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Louvain Uzutechi, the co-founder for Sustainable Energy Technologies Limited with Ajua Uzutechi. Our objective is to drive clean energy for cooking and lighting in rural and peri-urban households and agro-processing cottage industries in Ghana and West Africa. Auntie Fati is a typical customer who works in the Western region. She cooks in a home for 6 hours in a smoky kitchen every day, and also goes to work in an agro-processing center, cooking with an inefficient cook stove and in smoky conditions. exposed to health. Like Antifati, 73% of rural women in Ghana and parts of West Africa also cook in smoky kitchens, both at home and at workplace. Their activities contribute to deforestation and climate change. They have high expenditure on cooking fuel and are exposed to indoor air pollution. According to the World Health Organization, 17,000 people die each year out of indoor air pollution, of which 30% of them are children. To us, cooking should not kill. And our value that we provide to rural households like Antifati is clean energy solutions for cooking and lighting that are smokeless, very affordable, very convenient to improve their health and then their incomes. Our innovative cook stove is a cook light stove that uses agro waste in the form of pellets, briquettes, and agro waste for cooking without smoke. The ashes of the stove contribute to biochar that improves soil fertility. And our stove is embedded with a thermoelectric generator that whilst they are cooking, it can generate energy for lighting and phone charging in rural areas, in off-grid communities. We have a potential market of over 6 million households in Ghana and over 100 million households in West Africa, but we seek to reach an addressable market of almost 3 million and 20 million households in West Africa. In the next 1 year, we want to reach 1 million. In the next 7 years, we want to reach 1 million households by 2030 with our highly efficient smokeless cook stoves for various markets. Through our market research, we've developed a wide range of cook stoves that meet various market segments that avoid the use of charcoal and firewood. Our business model is to work with women groups, trade associations, NGOs, carbon credit companies that provide assets to financing, to revenue, to supply cook stoves to reach these rural communities. Also, we have sales agents and sales outlets, an online market, and various channels that we use to address cook stoves. Our competitors in Ghana, the stoves that are there is mostly the Japan stoves. The most efficient ones are imported, like Jikokwa, and very expensive because of the import duties. But we are producing a more affordable, convenient, and efficient cook stove. Our stove is more than 38% thermal efficiency and from the testing report we've done. We have over 6,000 customer engagements from Ghana, Nigeria, and India and Cote d'Ivoire, and we have over 150,000 households who have benefited from our products. We have over 100 people employed, of which 30% are females. Our work achieved SDG 7, 13, 15, 3, and 8 by providing clean energy for over 200,000 households so far, 630,000 carbon dioxide reduction, over 30,000 trees saved, 750,000 people with improved health, with 100 people with improved workplace. We have several awards, including the Ghana Environmental Excellence Awards and the Ghana Energy Awards, and we have been nominated this year also for awards. Our revenues over the past few years as a startup have been $50,000 per year up to 2023, where we signed a contract that we have generated more than 135,000 USD. And in the next year, our projections over 2.4 million USD annually with ongoing contracts and interest that is coming in our way. Our capital investment is about $1 million, with which we want to invest in equipment and transportation so that we can improve the quality and reach out to the last mile, expand our factory with over $300,000 and develop a carbon finance program that can help us scale our business and make the products more affordable. In the next 5 to 10 years, we want to scale up and reach more than 10 more households with our household cook stoves, develop more stoves for commercial cookers, and expand to the 5 West African countries in Africa. We have a team of experts with master's graduate level experience who are leading the team, mechanical engineers, finance, administration, marketing, and environmental health and safety, who leads our business operations. We have had several partners like SMV, Climate Innovation Center, Orange Connect, and others. In fact, the way we cook matters. It matters for our forests, our climate, and our environment. We improve cook stoves. It's not just a cooking solution, but a climate and forest health solution. And we invite you to join us.
Yes, sorry to cut you, but time was running out.
Yes.
So thank you so much for your presentation.
You did a good job. 18 slides in 4 minutes is not easy. So you pushed through.
Okay,
so,
let's see if we have one question from somebody in the audience. Can also be somebody who's joining in online.
Yes. Online question, offline. Indeed.
Thanks a lot, Luans, for your presentation. I have a question. how do you calculate the impact of all the work you are doing? So do you do that yourself, or do you work with an impact agency? I'm really curious about that.
Currently, we have an in-house expert who is helping to do the data and the matrices. And we know our schools reach about 3.5 to 7% tons of carbon emissions per annum. That is why we use to do our estimation. So we have matrices, an online platform that tracks all our end users, and also we conduct baseline surveys. We reach out to our customers in the rural areas to register them, and we're able to track and provide feedback to them through our sales agents and the teams on the ground. Yeah, so that's how we track with our records.
Thank you, very clear.
Thank you, Laurence. I think we have another question coming from the online audience.
Yes, thank you for the online question. So one of the questions, Laurent, that we got from the chat is, your sales figures are impressive. There are many initiatives on clean cook stoves in Africa. What is your USP? Thanks for your pitch.
What is
your unique selling point?
Tom, you put the hand up for entrepreneur. You need to know this.
We are providing highly efficient cook stoves at affordable prices in the rural and peri-urban areas. And we are very unique in the way we treat our customers through follow-ups and then clear evidence of helping them to achieve their goal. And that is what makes customers move to us all the time. And it's even impressive today, we have been even accepted into the Clean Cooking Alliance Venture Accelerator Program that we also won yesterday also.
Yay.
So we are providing value for our customers.
Okay, thank you so much, Laurence. So let's give Laurence another round of applause, and then...
Thank you very much.
Well done, really good. So again, just a friendly reminder, please, if you have any connections, like also the online attendee that now had the question, please get in touch with the entrepreneurs. Ward will facilitate all of these connections, and it's super important just to capitalize on these spark of the moment ideas that you have. So please, please, please don't forget about the connections via Ward, right?
Yes, okay. Next pitch is from Oluwasun from Schoolinka, who has a platform for teachers, for upskilling of teachers, and also the placement of teachers. But he's the best person to tell you more about that. So, and he will.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Oluwasun. Yes, we can hear you very well. So take it away.
Good. All right. Let me know if you can see my screen already.
Yes, we can see it.
All right, then. Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Oluwaseun Kayode, and I'm the CEO and co-founder at Schoolinka. Have you ever been in a classroom where learning actually looks so boring? Where you feel like the teacher is actually struggling to deliver knowledge to you? Well, you're not alone, because I've been in that kind of room as well before. And if you get to check it, it's not because these teachers do not know what they are teaching. It's simply because the teacher doesn't know how to teach what they know. In other words, there are skill gaps that exist. There's a big problem of poor teaching quality in sub-Saharan Africa. And even in 2019, UNESCO mentioned that 36% of teachers in Africa are not trained. Let me pause a bit at that point. It really means that 1 out of every 3 classrooms in Africa is actually taught by a teacher who's not competent enough to do their jobs. In Nigeria, the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria mentioned that 50% of teachers in Nigeria are not even qualified to teach. And you will all agree with me that we cannot achieve the goal of quality education for all if we don't invest in teachers' continuous professional development, because we can't simply give what we don't have. In 2019, we found out some reasons why this problem is prevalent. 3 that tops it all is inaccessibility. Another is unaffordability of the available training programs. And also the fact that schools and parents are always finding it challenging to source highly trained teachers. And that's why we thought that the only solution that can work should be one that puts the entire power to access professional development in the hands of teachers themselves. That's how Schoolinka was born. Schoolinka is an AI-powered solution that provides high-quality training to teachers and place them in rewarding teaching jobs. So we don't only upskill these teachers, we also help them build a rewarding and thriving career. With our solution, teachers can access training from anywhere and at any time. It also brings about 90% reduction in training costs for teachers and schools. and it gives schools and parents access to a pool of well-trained educators. We don't only deliver value through digital platforms, we also have in-person learning experiences where educators come together and build a strong community. Why is now the best time for us to scale the solution? In sub-Saharan Africa, currently there's 55% internet penetration rate. And COVID-19 also sped up the rate of adoption of technology in learning. The second reason is that there's a steady fall in the quality of education in schools across Africa, and only well-trained teachers really can change this narrative. The global e-learning industry is huge, over $198 billion traded. We have 60 million teachers plus worldwide, 7 million teachers in Africa alone, over 600,000 schools in Africa. And our goal over the next 10 years is to hit about 10% of those markets. We also have other players in this space, like Surasa from India, Instill Education from South Africa. But our unique advantage over these other players is the fact that we don't only train just like we do. We also help these educators access job opportunities. So it's like the end-to-end of the value chain of professional development that we work in. This is how we make money. We make money from selling our training, our courses, our certifications, and diplomas. We also make money from schools who subscribe to our learning platform for their teaching staff to learn. And they also use our recruitment service to actually hire. And then parents pay us a commission to help them look for excellent tutors that work with their children. So far, we've reached over 3,500 teachers and also improved learning experiences for more than 26,000 students. We've been supported by interesting programs, accelerators, like the Orange Corners Incubator in Nigeria, and then the Accelerator program. And recently, we got into the MasterCard Foundation, which is the most prestigious EdTech fellowship for EdTech founders in Sub-Saharan Africa. We have a small but very powerful team with over 50 years combined experience working in education. And currently, we are on a quest to raise $500,000 pre-seed raise, which would go into product development, hiring key business development staff, and also market entry initiatives. I'm really excited to chat with anyone who's interested in joining us to build the engine that will power continuous professional development for teachers across Africa, thereby improving education for everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Oluwaseun. Okay, so who has a question for Skulinka? Yeah.
Thank you for this excellent presentation. I think you're doing terrific work. My question is, if you're also in the placement of teachers, why don't you have that as a revenue channel? You showed 3 revenue channels. Why don't you take money from companies? That's where the money is. So.
Exactly, that's where the money is for us, right? Like I said, on how we make money, the recruitment service that we offer to schools is where we actually also make money from. So schools pay us to actually help them find high-quality teachers to join their teaching work with us. I don't know if that answered your question.
Yes? Was it an answer? Yeah. Partly?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to ask a follow-up question? No? Okay. So one other question.
Yes, Oluwaseun, thank you so much for the presentation. My name is Eric. I'm the program coordinator for Orange Corners. So I have limited investment available for you. I saw at one of the last slides, you've taken part in quite a few programs. I'm wondering to hear from you, and it might not lead to a kind of investment support, but what has Orange Corners brought you in this journey, and how can we keep supporting you and maybe all the people in the room, maybe also without an investment offer? What can we do for you?
Thank you so much. So I think Orange Corners, really introduced me into entrepreneurship earlier and gave me my first head start. Right from the incubation program in Nigeria, I went into Orange Corners with just an idea, and this is what it has become over the last 2-3 years. So that head start in terms of having local expertise, guiding you, local experience, guiding you, and market linkages, really. And I think the other thing is the community that it offers. Currently, Skulinka is going to be partnering with Savitech, which is also a company from the Orange Corners program in Nigeria. And we are working to place over 2,000 teachers in tutoring opportunities over the next 1 year. And that's because there's a strong community that connected my company with that company. So there are really opportunities within the Orange Corners network. But for me, I would say first is the fact that I was able to incubate my ideas, get clarity, and move ahead and build this into a company. And then, of course, the community, the network that I get to engage with. I think those are the 2 top things for me that I'd like to share.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Oluwaseun. Okay, let's give you. So I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
one other question.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, one other question.
Thank you. So another question from the chat. So what sets your initiative apart from other e-learning platforms currently on the market?
Thank you so much. So the thing is, for us, right, for other e-learning platforms, if you look at them, they are quite conventional. You get into the platform and you drop into an ocean of courses, and you are just like, where do you start from? For us, our platform is an AI-powered solution for teachers. So what our platform does is that it provides tailored, training opportunities and resources to teachers. So when you get into a platform, you're not just dropping into a sea of courses. We take an assessment, and through that assessment, a machine learning solution will match you with a resource that actually appropriately fits your skill gap. So that you are not just dancing everywhere, but you're taking something that actually you need right now to move from point A to point B as a teacher. And we are not just providing the skills, we are also providing opportunities for those people to translate their skills into income. And I think that's what sets us apart from other e-learning platforms. We're not quite conventional, we are focused on a particular niche, and we have a core mission of improving education across Africa through teacher training.
Thank you so much, Oluwaseun. We're going to give you a big warm applause.
Thank you.
Well done. So good.
And then we go to the next presentation.
Yes. So as you can imagine, Mahmoud, he's Palestinian, and his team as well. They are based in Gaza. So unfortunately, they cannot pitch today, and I won't do him and his entire team justice, but we thought it is really important to present Torot, a really, really advanced business also in this accelerator program. When we had the pitch workshop, Mahmoud also pitched his business and his pitch deck so that others could also learn from him, which I thought, was really powerful. And before the war in Gaza, we still talked in the beginning of October, and he was saying, like, you know how people always say, if you make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. And what he said is, if you make it in Gaza, you can make it anywhere. So, I will talk you through the business. And Mahmoud, he's still online. I talked with him yesterday, still via WhatsApp. So also don't forget about him and his team and their really fantastic business. Basically, what does Torot do? Torot is an application, an app, yes, that helps very traditional physical stores to have an online presence. So you see the app, and what they did very smartly is that the app has 4 different interfaces depending on who uses the app. So if it's the physical, traditional merchant, he sees one interface where he very easily can put his products online. Then there are 2 sorts of drivers. So the drivers that pick up the products there, bring it to a sorting center, and the drivers that take it from the sorting center to the end customer. All of these different stakeholder groups have different type of interfaces. Everything is on a dashboard, and what is really, really advanced is that everything was integrated and will be again functioning via an e-wallet system. So here you see the process from the trader to a sorting center to the end customer. A couple of the USPs that you see here, the e-wallet, which is really innovative, that also the traditional physical merchant had his money immediately on his account. And there was everything was via GPS tracking, because of course addresses in Gaza was also a big problem, but it was all integrated and it worked. Also, the balance sheet was very light because Torot did not employ or own anything. It was all via the app. People could sign up very easily and just become part of Torot. What they have achieved, so these numbers are from 2nd of October, so 5 days before it started. They had up to 600 daily packages delivered successfully. So these are the successful deliveries. In total, 400,000. The total revenue was 600,000. This year alone, they were already at 350,000. And as you guys can see, that 95% of the payments were online. So if you have ever been to Germany, this is really high. And so very, very, yeah, just amazing work. And these are the people behind Torod that are currently still in Gaza. And I think it's just important to think about, you know, it's not just a number, 7,000 people dead, but it's individuals with a dream. So, yeah, time for a break, I would say, on this maybe more heavy note. And we are also looking into what is possible in terms of startup visas for founders like this. But of course, the people also want to stay. So yeah, on that note, enjoy a drink and yeah, talk to us, talk to each other. As we said, there is not much time for networking afterwards. How long is the break?
Yes, I would say get something to drink, get something to eat. So I think the jollof rice is arriving right now, and go back to your seat. And then in 5 to 10 minutes, we'll continue.
Yes. Thanks.